Today we're installing the Poynting MIMO-3 antenna on the roof of our camper van so we can work remotely and still have a good internet connection. With this we should be able to get really good signal, internet signal wherever we go. So the unit itself looks like this. And it comes with this big cable, some attachments, and the user guide here. So it comes out of the box like this, and as you can see, it has this little attachment here. Now I'm actually going to take this off because this looks like it's set up for when you cut a hole in the van directly underneath the antenna and you want the cable to run through. I've already drilled a hole in the roof. It's the same hole that the solar panels go through and the light bar at the front of the van. So I want to take this off. Go, and then remove this piece here. And then basically there's this channel here for the cables. Once I remove that, the cables can run through this and then go out across the roof of the van to where I'm dropping cables into the van. The cable that it comes with is about 1.5 meters long. These are the cables, the attachments that comes with. So all of these are SMA connectors. You've got these two are for 2G, 3G, 4G. This is the GPS, and these are 2.5 to 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connectors here. We're only actually interested in using these two. The router that we have doesn't have any connections for these, but later on when we upgrade, if we do, we will use this GPS one, I think, and maybe these. So the router that we have is quite a common one. This is a Huawei, and this has antenna ports, so this is not the cheapest version, but the one up from that has some ports. I don't know if you can see that. Obviously these are different to what is on the Poynting antenna, so we had to get these conversion cables which convert the TS9 connection in the router . Okay, so now that's off, you can see that this channel, these cables are a bit stiff. They will run through here and out to the side. Like that. This pad here, I think it's got, you can remove this, and then it's a sticky pad here, and then there's more circular sticky pads to cover these screw holes. I'm not going to be using these screw holes. I'm going to be sticking it down onto the metal of the van. So I'm going to remove this and this, because the surface mounting way of doing it doesn't need them. Okay, so then this next step is to secure these cables. Pull off one side of the adhesive wax paper of each, and the 6 adhesive foam discs. So I'm just going to add the foam discs. The next thing to do is to place it, position it on top of the roof, and then remove this adhesive film just so it's sticky, add the Sikaflex and stick it down into the roof. But before I do that, I'm going to thread these wires through into the van, just so I know that I'm positioning it with enough cable length to actually reach the hole. Let's go to the van. The first thing I'm going to do is take the lid off the junction box, thread through the antenna cable, drop that into the van. So now I've got to thread these through the cable band and then into the junction box. It's easier if you do it one at a time, just so you can get past the cover bit. Okay, so now the cables are through the wall of the junction box. I'm just going to push them down through the hole, through the metal of the roof of the van, where I will later connect the router. Okay, so now I've pushed them into the van so they all fit fine. Now I'm going to push this rubber gasket into the cable gland. If I can do it just around these plastic fins. Okay, that's nice and tight in there. And now I will screw in the cable gland, so over the plastic sort of sheathing. Yeah, nice and tight. Okay, that looks pretty good. So that's in there, cables are into the van. Next thing I need to do is actually fix down the antenna in the position. Here's the cable gland, here are the cables coming in and then dropping in through this hole into the van there. So this cable goes under this solar panel and then out to where I will be putting it there. It's just there temporarily. I'm going to put the antenna here. What I'm going to do now is just clean up the surface of the metal here, degrease it, sand it down a bit, just so then I can fix the router to the metal. I am going to remove the sticky surface. I'm using this just to make doubly sure that it is secure. Those cables I showed earlier are here. This is where they come through the roof. Here's the router, the cable's attached. So I will wire all of that up, and hopefully we will have really good internet. So this is where we've installed the router, which is connected to the antenna, and we're in a remote area and we still have really good signal.